Let me tell you a secret your cardiologist probably doesn't even know yet. A secret that has the potential to not just protect your heart, but to make it virtually bulletproof against the most common killers of our time. We're talking about a dramatic reduction in the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and arterial plaque buildup, not through a radical new drug or a terrifying surgical procedure, but through something you can find in your local grocery store, something so simple and so profoundly effective that it feels almost like cheating. For decades, we've been fed a narrative about heart health that focuses on what to avoid. Avoid fat, avoid salt, avoid cholesterol. And while there's a kernel of truth in that, the real revolution, the genuine game changer, has been hiding in plain sight, not as something to remove from your diet, but as something you must actively add to it every single day. This isn't about a magic berry from the Amazon or a bizarre root from the Himalayas. This is about a specific, scientifically backed, delicious food group that, when consumed consistently, operates on your cardiovascular system like a master mechanic tuning a high-performance engine, optimizing every function, scrubbing your arteries clean from the inside out, and fortifying your heart muscle against stress and decay. The reason doctors are shocked is because the data emerging from recent clinical studies is so compelling, so overwhelmingly positive, that it challenges the very foundation of conventional cardiac care, suggesting that a powerful, daily dietary intervention can outperform even the most commonly prescribed medications for prevention. And today, you are going to discover exactly what it is, how it works on a biological level, and how you can seamlessly incorporate it into your life, starting with your very next meal. The single most important food you can eat daily for a bulletproof heart is not one food, but a category of foods, deeply colored, flavonoid-rich plants with a particular emphasis on a specific group of berries. Now, before you dismiss this as just another eat your fruits and vegetables lecture, understand that we are diving into a level of specificity that makes all the difference. We're not talking about a vague recommendation. We're talking about a targeted biochemical assault on the mechanisms of heart disease. The champion within this category, the one with the most impressive and consistent data behind it, is the humble blueberry. But this isn't just about blueberries. It's about the powerful class of compounds they contain in exceptionally high concentrations, anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and cherries their vibrant blues, reds, and purples, and they are far more than just colorants. Inside your body, they act as sophisticated signaling molecules and potent antioxidants. The traditional view of antioxidants is that they simply mop up free radicals, and while that's true, the story of anthocyanins is much more intricate and fascinating. They don't just passively wait for damage to occur. They actively switch on your body's own innate defense and repair systems. They trigger the production of a master antioxidant called glutathione. They reduce chronic, systemic inflammation at the genetic level by suppressing pro-inflammatory messengers, and they directly improve the health and flexibility of the endothelium, which is the delicate, single-celled lining of your entire circulatory system. Think of your endothelium as the Teflon coating inside your blood vessels. When it's healthy, blood flows smoothly, and plaque has nothing to stick to. When it's damaged by poor diet, stress, or inflammation, it becomes like Velcro, attracting plaque and initiating the process of atherosclerosis. Daily consumption of these anthocyan-enriched berries is like constantly reapplying a non-stick, protective coating to your entire vascular network, making it incredibly resistant to the formation of blockages. But the benefits don't stop at your arteries. Let's talk about your blood pressure, one of the most critical and often misunderstood markers of heart health. High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it does its damage quietly, straining your heart and damaging blood vessels over years without any obvious symptoms. The standard approach is to prescribe medications that force blood vessels to dilate or reduce blood volume. But what if you could help your body regulate its own blood pressure naturally? This is where the daily berry habit demonstrates its profound power. Multiple large-scale studies, including the famed Nurses' Health Study and the Health Professionals Follow-up Study, which have tracked the diets and health outcomes of hundreds of thousands of people for decades, have found a clear and powerful correlation. Individuals who consumed the highest levels of anthocyanins, primarily from blueberries and strawberries, had a staggering 8% reduction in their risk of developing high blood pressure compared to those who ate the fewest. 8% might not sound like a lot, but on a population level, that translates to millions of prevented heart attacks and strokes. The mechanism is beautiful in its simplicity. The anthocyanins stimulate the production of nitric oxide in the endothelium. Nitric oxide is a gas that acts as a powerful vasodilator, meaning it relaxes and widens blood vessels, allowing blood to flow more freely and with less pressure. It's your body's own built-in blood pressure medication, and these berries are the signal that turns on the tap. Furthermore, this improved blood flow and reduced pressure directly translate to a reduced workload on your heart muscle. Your heart doesn't have to pump as hard against resistant, stiff arteries, which conserves its energy, reduces its wear and tear, and significantly lowers your risk of developing an enlarged heart or heart failure over time. It's like upgrading from pushing a heavy cart with square wheels to gliding a sleek, well-oiled vehicle. The destination is the same, but the strain on the engine is worlds apart. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room, cholesterol. For years, we've been terrified of cholesterol, but the story is far more nuanced than bad LDL versus good HDL. The real danger isn't necessarily the amount of LDL cholesterol in your blood, but what happens to it. When LDL particles become oxidized, damaged by free radicals, that's when they become truly destructive, triggering the inflammatory cascade that leads to plaque formation. This is the crucial point where your daily berry intake intervenes with surgical precision. The anthocyanins and other polyphenols in berries are exceptionally effective at preventing this oxidation. They sacrificially offer themselves up to be damaged by free radicals, thereby shielding your LDL cholesterol from harm. An unoxidized LDL particle is far less likely to burrow into your arterial wall and start the process of atherosclerosis, but the cholesterol story gets even better. Research has shown that these compounds can also positively influence your cholesterol profile in another way. They appear to enhance the liver's ability to clear LDL cholesterol from the blood, effectively acting as a natural, gentle statin. They don't typically lower cholesterol to the dramatic degree that pharmaceutical drugs can, but they modify the quality and behavior of your cholesterol in a way that is arguably more important for long-term prevention. They make your cholesterol less dangerous. Combine this with their powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Remember, heart disease is fundamentally an inflammatory condition, and you have a multi-pronged defense strategy. You're simultaneously reducing the primary driver of plaque inflammation, protecting the LDL from becoming toxic antioxidation, improving the flexibility of your blood vessels' nitric oxide production, and helping your body remove the excess. No single pill on the market does all of that at once, and certainly not without a long list of potential side effects. This daily dietary habit is a holistic, systemic tune-up for your entire cardiovascular system. So, how do you practically implement this? You don't need to spend a fortune on exotic superfoods or complicated regimens. The goal is 1 to 2 cups of mixed, deeply colored berries every single day. Frozen berries are often more affordable and are just as nutritious, sometimes even more so, as they are typically frozen at peak ripeness, locking in their potent anthocyanin content. You can blend them into a morning smoothie, stir them into plain yogurt, sprinkle them on your oatmeal, or simply eat them by the handful as a snack. The key is consistency. This isn't a once-in-a-while treat, it's a daily non-negotiable, like brushing your teeth for your arteries. Imagine committing to this simple act for the next 30 days. Within just a few weeks, you could start to see measurable improvements in your blood pressure readings. Your energy levels will likely soar due to improved circulation and reduced inflammation throughout your body, and you'll have the profound peace of mind that you are actively engaging in the most powerful form of preventative medicine known to science. You are not just avoiding bad foods, you are proactively consuming a culinary medicine that directly and powerfully protects your most vital organ. The information you just received has the power to fundamentally change your health trajectory, but knowledge without action is meaningless. Right now, I want you to make a decision. I want you to go down into the comments section directly below this video and type the words "I'm in." This simple act of commitment is the first step toward taking control of your heart health. Then, I want you to share this video with one person you care about, a parent, a sibling, a friend who you know is worried about their heart. Give them this same gift of knowledge. And finally, the most important step, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because this is just the beginning. We have only scratched the surface of how to build a bulletproof body. Next week, we are diving deep into the one vegetable that can slash your risk of America's #1 cancer, and you do not want to miss it. Become part of this community, take action today, and let's build a healthier future together.